Back here on Busted Open, Dave LaGreca, Mark Henry, and our special guest, Mark, in studio, somebody you know very well, and friend of the show. He's been here many times. And again, I'm such a fool, because every time Alberto El Patron, that's who our guest is, in studio, he comes in, he's dressed to the nines with the suit on, and I always say to myself, the next time Alberto is going to be in studio, I am going to put a suit on, and then I go to my closet, Mark, and unless it's time for a funeral or I have a court date, I just don't put the suit on. But Alberto El Patron joins us here in studio. How are you, man?
Amigo Dave, what's going on? You look fantastic. Don't worry. And Mark, how are you, my friend? So great to see you. And let me say something. Yes, see. Size does matter!
Yes, we got. You've got to know it. That's my guy. Listen, every time I heard that music, and I was standing across from him, I knew I was in for a good fight. Oh my goodness gracious! I hear that music and my heart started beating fast. Oh God. Here we go. I'm going to get punched. I'm going to get kicked. He's going to run and hit the turnbuckle and come off and kick me, and I'm going to limp back to the locker room.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Mark.
A true champion.
I always had a great time with you in the ring, in and out of the ring, because we would go from one town to the other to perform with the WWE. I remember one time this good friend of mine, this gigantic good friend of mine, was trying to force me to eat a sandwich that was seated there in the car for like 2 days. Remember that one?
You're going to eat that sandwich.
He kept saying, "Are you hungry, Alberto?" Yes, I am. Well, why you ask? And he's like, "Because there's a sandwich right there." I was like, that bastard has been seated there for 2 days. I'm not going to eat it, Mark. Good days.
Well, you are here in New York for a reason. Combate Americas is something that you're the president of, and there's a big event coming up in December. Their Super Bowl, so to speak. So talk a little bit about the company and what we're going to see in December.
Well, Copa Combate is bigger than the Super Bowl.
Okay, sorry. So it's worldwide.
Yeah. It's a tournament that we do every year, where we have 8 fighters. We crown a champion that night. The fighters have to fight. The one winning the Copa Combates has to fight 3 times in one night. And we have the plus. The plus is you become the Copa Combates champion, but you also get $100,000, not pesos, $100,000, brother.
And that's going to be December 7th. It's going to air on Univision here in the U.S., so everybody's going to be able to watch that. And you being the president, when can we expect to possibly see you in an octagon?
Well, Copa Combates is going to be on December 7th. This is going to happen in Fresno, California. We actually, my boss, a good friend, Campbell McLaren, and I, we're going to California after this, because we're gonna have a press conference in Fresno to tell people all about Copa Combates. People can watch it on our broadcasting in Spanish is with Univision, in English is with our friends from the Zone. Everybody can enjoy Combate Americas these days. And to answer to your other question, yes, I'm coming back into La Jaula, as we call it in Combate Americas, into the cage. This is gonna happen. Probably at the end of March, beginning of April. My last pro fight was 12 years ago in Japan, and of course I've been training. I train every single day, but it's different. It's totally different to be in shape and into fighting shape, and I'm getting back into fighting shape, and because I'm doing this for the right reasons. I'm not just going there for the money. Yeah, the money is fantastic. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm doing it for other reasons than just the money, and it's gonna be spectacular.
Alberto, is Copa Combate are you live streaming? Like, can you find it on the internet?
Yes, thank you so much for asking me that, amigo. Yes, people can watch, all the Combate Americas fans can watch this on Facebook Watch.
Okay.
Or they can go to www.combateamericas, www.combateamericas, facebook.com/Combate Americas. They can watch it too.
Okay, and obviously you're excited about this. Is it a big jump for you? Because this is something you've done in the past, to go from the world of pro wrestling back to the world of MMA.
Well, as many people know, and for those not knowing this, I started with amateur wrestling. I was part of the national team. I competed for many years, and then I became a pro wrestler. And then when I was wrestling for, I don't know, it was only 8-9 months. Money wasn't good. Things were not going well. I got a phone call from a Japanese promoter, and he offered me $25,000 to fight the Japanese champion, and of course I said yes. I was doing probably like $50 at the time per match.
Wow.
That's what I was getting in Mexico, $75 per match. And of course I said yes. And then I started my MMA career in Japan and South America, Mexico, and I was doing that for 5-6 years until the business started to get better in Mexico. And then I got the phone call from WWE, and that's when I decided to put MMA on the side. But I'm pretty excited about what's going to happen next year, because this is a win-win situation, as many people know, and Mark Henry, my good friend Mark Henry, knows this. Everything I do it till the end. I work hard every single day. I'm one of those guys that everything I have, I earned it. Nothing was given to me. I earned it. I work my ass. I work my ass off every single day to be where I am today.
When you look at this and this move and what we're going to see with this company, and you say that you work your ass off and that you give 110%, I don't doubt that at all. Do you have that confidence that, you're going to be able to expand to an American and English audience, that they would accept this and this is something that they would really get into? That's
the best part of everything. We're doing it already. I mean, we have fantastic numbers. We crushed Bellator in numbers in Latin America and here in the States already, and this is just this started 3 months ago. We became number 2 right away with the numbers we're having. And in Mexico, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I always tell the truth even when I lie. But no, I'm not lying on this one.
I don't always lie, but when I do lie, I'm telling the truth.
I had to throw it out there. It's a fantastic line from Scarface. But I'm not lying on this one. When I started with this fantastic company, with Combate Americas, and my good friend and boss Campbell McLaren, I was just throwing stuff to the media in Mexico, and I was just like opening my big mouth and saying, "Oh, we're gonna have better numbers. We're gonna beat the UFC here in Mexico in less than a year." And you know what? We did it, and we did it in only 6-7 months.
Wow!
Because the people in Mexico, they're embracing this product. They're embracing what we have, and it's pure and simple. We're doing it because they can see through us. They know we're not lying. We really care about the Mexican, the Latin talent. We're pushing them. We're helping them to get to the top, and it's not just BS from like they do in other places where they say they would do it and they never do it.
Well, there's not many fan bases that are as strong as the Mexican fan base as it relates to fighting arts.
Amen, my friend.
whether it's boxing, MMA, pro wrestling. I'm here in Texas, and from Austin to San Antonio to Laredo to McAllen to Harlingen, like there's always a very strong fan base in the valley, as well as you get into Mexico. Are y'all doing a lot of marketing in South Texas to get people to come over the border to watch the shows?
We do, Mark. We had our first show in Texas last year in November in San Antonio, Texas, my hometown, the place where I live, where I have my family. We had total success. We had a fantastic response from all the MMA audience, all the MMA fans in San Antonio, and we're going back next year. and we want to do not only San Antonio again. Because we started at the Freeman Coliseum, the one next to the AT&T Center. That one holds 4,000 or 5,000 people, and we were completely packed. But next year we want to do the AT&T Center where the Spurs play, where the basketball team plays. But not only San Antonio, we're talking about Austin, of course, the capital of the state, Laredo,
Let me know,
Rio,
man.
Texas. Well, my friend, it will be fantastic to have you there with us, amigo. Just please don't go and don't go inside the cage and kill everyone, my friend.
You ain't got to worry about me getting in there. Ain't nobody punching me. I ain't never getting hit again.
Amigo, I remember once here in New York, somewhere in New York, in the state of New York. I don't remember the city. We stopped in the somewhere to get some food. And remember that one in that diner when this guy came and pushed you? We were ordering eggs and bacon and stuff, and this guy pushed Mark. And
What?
And he was like, "Hey man, I'm hungry." And Mark was like, "Just get the out of here, man." And I was like, "Man, seriously, you're about to be killed. So just get the fuck out of here, man." Remember that one, Mark?
The Buccaneer Diner by the airport in LaGuardia.
Yeah. I mean, we had
People
Mark
are stupid, man.
Yeah. People are stupid.
You think that I'm lying? At least once a month, somebody comes up and punches me or nudges me or grabs me by the neck and goes, "Oh my God, it's Mark Henry." I'm like, if you don't get your hand off my neck, you're touching my neck, guy. And Alberto, like, he looks like a fighter. He got that chiseled jaw, you know. He got that the look in his face where it looks like he wants to fight you. The cauliflower ears, those guys. They look like they're gonna fight you. I don't look like I want to fight somebody. I'm just a big dude. And people come up and they just handle me, man. I'm just like, why is this happening to me?
That's amazing to me because the last thing I would do going, what was it? You said the Buccaneer Diner?
Yeah.
The Buccaneer Diner. That's because you're smart, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, because you know what I would do if I accidentally bumped into you? "Excuse me, sir, I'm sorry. Can I buy you breakfast?" Like, that's what I would say.
Bro, there's a lack of common sense in the world.
It really
these days.
is.
Oh my God! So how's the restaurant going? I always have to bring everything back to food. You started talking about food, and now I'm hungry, bro. I didn't eat breakfast this morning. Like you're still in San Antonio. How's the restaurant?
No, well, I had to close that one because I went into business with this Mexican franchise, La Cantinita, and I have to say it again, La Cantinita. And those bastards came to San Antonio just to steal my money, because I was never there. I'm always traveling. I'm always on the run. I'm always on the road. So I was not there checking stuff up and seeing the books.
That's a hard business.
Yes,
if you're not there
you
every day.
have to be there. So by the time I had my sister coming into San Antonio to take care of the business, it was too late. So when I saw that the boat was sinking, I said, "I'm closing this place down." I got some of my money, most of my money back. I got because I ended up suing those guys, and I got like the 70-80% of my money back, and now we're about to open the restaurant again. This is gonna happen in 6-7 more weeks, but this time I'm doing it with my sisters, Amalia and Mimi. They are the ones, taking care of my investments and my kids and my life and my everything. And but this time it's gonna be run just by my family. I'm not gonna have any stranger people or friends, to call it like that, or pretending to be friends running my business. Because when you do that, when you're not there, I mean, you know you're going to get robbed.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, when you get it back open, let me know, because I will drive down there 65 miles.
Thank you, amigo.
Just to get something to eat.
Thank you, amigo. Thank you. I will, amigo. And of course, I will let all the people know when we're opening the place. And please come and join us and enjoy the fantastic food that I don't cook. That I don't cook, but it's fantastic. I promise it's fantastic.
Come back on. You come back and tell us, and then we can help you promote.
Thank you, brother. Thank you
absolutely.
so much, Mikey. Thank you, amigo.
By the way, Mark, and I'm sure you noticed this being on the road with Alberto. Now, We've been doing this show Busted Open for almost 10 years. Alberto has been a guest frequently on this show. We've interviewed him many times in studio, on location. Like, the man does not age. Like,
he looks the same.
He looks exactly the
Marky,
same.
you too, Dan.
No,
Come
that's
on,
bullshit.
guys.
That's bullshit. You're just being polite.
Well, when it comes to you, Dan, yes, it's bullshit. But not for Mark.
But you know, what was it? The Dorian Gray, the painting? Like, did Alberto make some kind of deal with the devil that we don't know about or something like that, Mark?
You know what, man? He trains super, super hard. And I remember we were in Cincinnati, and we were riding together, and we had a match in Louisville the next night. And he said, "Hey, man, let's get up early so we can go to the gym." And I'm thinking, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, like, you know, we can get up and eat breakfast and then be at the gym at 9 and then drive to be at the building at 11:30, 12 o'clock. He was like, yeah, man, the gym is across the bridge, and I've already looked at it. Oh, yeah. And, you know, you think like 6 o'clock? And I was like, what? 6 o'clock? He was like, yeah, we can go and work out, and then we can go eat, and then we can go back to the hotel, shower, and then we can drive to Louisville. And I was like, bro, you on your own. You don't get up at 6 o'clock. I'm not getting my ass up at 6 o'clock to go work out. I was like, I've been working out since I was 12 years old. I'm strong enough. Shit, you go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Mark, it's amazing how you remember the towns, the places where we were. Because, I mean, I remember the situations, the stories and everything, but not the towns where we were in.
I don't know if I tried to think about it too long, I wouldn't remember. But like, it just comes to you. I don't know. It just comes to me. Yeah, no,
I always had fantastic moments with Mark. Like, we had so much fun riding together. But and to answer to your question, yes, I train. I train every single day. I stopped doing it for a while when I was handling certain stuff in my personal life with my divorce, the brutal battle for my kids. That thank God it's completely over, and then that's why I can be. When there's something wrong at home, you cannot function. It takes its toll mentally. It takes everything, especially for a family man like me. Everybody knows this. Mark, we've been friends for many years, and he knows Mike. I mean, I know we all parents, we all say the same, but for me, it's like even more. It goes beyond that. Being a daddy, it's the world to me. And when I was dealing with those things, not seeing my kids and not having my kids, it took a lot from me. Thank God it's completely over, so I'm completely focused in everything I'm doing, and even more now. I get up like Mark was telling you, at 6 a.m, and I do my first training, which is normal. And I remember asking you before, like, you will do shadow boxing and punch bags if they have bags, and stuff, and for like 20 minutes straight. And I used to like, man, you're gonna be tired for the night. And he was like, no, man, I do this every day. And I was like, shh. Every day, like, man, if training like that every day, it's got to take a toll on you. Have you waned it down some? Like, are you still training every day like that? I'm training every day like that, Marky. But of course now I'm 40, so now I have a group of people telling me, because of course I was trying to train the same way, eating the same way, but no, you have to change certain stuff. If you want to continue training that way, you have to change the way you're eating, the way your sleeping patterns and all those things. And of course I'm no expert. I know a lot, but I don't consider myself an expert. So that's why I got my nutritionist and personal trainer, Alberto Sevilla. I went with my friends from Boxers and Brawlers in San Antonio to train the way I'm supposed to train. You're supposed to train when you're 40, but when you want to do it at a higher level. So I have a lot of people, good friends, helping me out with this. I always take everything serious when it comes to my career, to my life. But this decision of going back into the cage is a big decision for me. I really want to do it. That's actually how my friend and boss Campbell McLaren and I started our friendship, our business relationship. He wanted me to fight for Combate Americas. This was 4 or 5 years ago. But back then, I don't want to say that I lost it, but I wasn't hungry. And,
you were involved with you've been involved with the company like on an executive level
since day number one. I've been doing I know we all say this when we work for different companies, but this company, my boss, the people working in the company, Mike, Jackie, they're like family. They work with me. They have been with me in the good times, bad times, worst times. They have been with me since day number one. And when you have people like that, when you work for people like that, you kill for them.
Yeah, it's a support system. Because Mark and I talk about it, and I want to get your take on it because we talk about social media, and we actually had a brief conversation at. Posting on Twitter, it's like a full-time job. You're always on social media because that's the way you can promote yourself. Yeah. But, and then we talk about our families and issues. I've gone through divorce. I've gone through custody battles and stuff. But I couldn't imagine, like, with you, a celebrity, that, that has to be played out on the internet. People are talking about it. People are posting things, not knowing all the facts.
Going into judgment.
Yeah, and even the issues, Paige is somebody who's a frequent guest on this show too, and everything that happened with her. I mean, how difficult was that for you to not only go through all of that, but also knowing that people were judging you, people were talking about it, and it was all over social media?
It's just crazy, It's those are situations really difficult to handle. And unfortunately, and I have to say it again, unfortunately, these days, you can't do anything. We always talk about bullying and bullies, and that's what social media is. It's just people that we gave a voice to people who just didn't deserve to have a voice. Because you will never see someone like Mark Henry tweeting and giving crap to another athlete, another wrestler about his personal life. People they don't even know. And in my situation, to be honest, when it comes to me, I don't care. I just I stopped going out. I stopped going out because like Mark was telling us at the beginning of this chat. You always have stupid people approaching to you and just wanting to have a hard time or give you a hard time just because of who you are. So I was because I got tired of going to places and always having people picking on me or trying to fight me or trying to prove something to themselves or their drunk friends. I decided to go. I decided to stop going out. And when it comes to the other stuff, social media, there's nothing you can do. And the only moments when I go crazy is when my kids get affected, like when they get someone an ignorant, stupid person saying something to them because they're little babies.
Saying something bad about their father.
So I'm saying something bad about their father when there's not. Like I've been saying this since the beginning. Hey, just.
Pick on me, don't pick on my kids.
And not even on me. It's like people, they're going to say whatever they want to say. They're going to think or believe whatever they want to believe. That I have always say this. The truth is out there. Just stay to the facts, not to the things that some loser said. No, stick to the facts. Show me evidence. It's not what you say, it's what you can prove. So
that's true.
That's all I'm gonna say. There was nothing against me with evidence, and that's all I'm gonna say. It's in the past. The past is in the past.
Is it impossible though to be in a relationship with somebody who's also in the spotlight as well? I mean, it's difficult. You're in the spotlight. People know you. You're a celebrity. I would think it's almost impossible to be in a relationship with somebody that's also in the spotlight and a celebrity.
I wouldn't do it ever again, ever, because just think about this. In that relationship, we were cool. Like we had a storm around us, but you never heard her saying anything. You never heard me saying anything. We were together. We were protecting each other. We knew the reality of things. Nobody else did, but we had the entire world making an opinion or saying something. And I mean, I don't want to say that was the reason why we ended up not being together, but it was that and many other reasons. But I'm happy to know that I heard that she's doing fine. I'm doing fine. We took different paths, different ways, but we're all doing fine, and that's what it matters.
Not to dwell on the negative. Let's go to the positive. Your son Joseph was always kind of quiet, but he always loved hanging out with me because I would play with him. And I remember a story. I think we were at WrestleMania, maybe in California, and we stayed at that hotel that people said was haunted.
Yes, the Biltmore, the Biltmore Hotel. Yes, the Biltmore Hotel.
Can you tell Dave that story? Like, I know that, I remember it like it happening yesterday, and this is an honest, sweet kid.
Yeah, he was 2 years old. Yeah, 2 years old, and we stayed at the Biltmore Hotel. I think it was for SummerSlam or, one of those big pay-per-views. I don't remember for which one, but it was in L.A. And then Mark saw me, like, running on the hallway, holding my son, covered with a towel, and he was like, "What's going on?" I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. This place is haunted. And I was like, "What happened?" It was, I don't know, like 11 p.m. and the gym in that hotel, it's on the underfloor. So we went there. I was working out. Once I was done working out, my son wanted to jump in the pool. So I was like, "Yeah, okay, let's go in the pool." So we went inside the pool. And then I saw my son's face change, and I could see the fear in his face, in his eyes, and he was like, "Daddy, I don't like it here. I don't like those kids in the corner." I was like, "What kids in the corner?" And he was like, "Those kids, they're coming towards us." And I was like, "Joseph, there's no one here." And then he started crying, and he's like, "Daddy, please, let's go. The kids are coming." And I was just like, I grabbed my son, wrapped it in a towel, and I ran. I ran as fast as I could, went to my room. I don't remember who in the company I called, and I was like, "I'm not staying here. I'm moving to the hotel across the street." And I told him.
So after
the whole
he
story.
checked out, I checked out. You ain't got it. If you run by me running, I'm running too.
Yeah. You saw these two
Smart
big
man,
guys.
Mark.
You saw these two big guys checking out and moving to the hotel across the street because that place is damn haunted.
It's haunted. It's definitely haunted.
Yeah.
Is that true? Is it's been said that hotel is haunted?
Yeah, it's one of the most haunted places in America. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And the same thing in Louisiana I forgot what the one downtown is not far from the Smoothie Center. It's haunted too, and we're going to have Teddy Long on this week, and we're going to have to get him to tell you the story about the haunted hotel in Louisiana too.
All right, I'm looking forward to that. Again, it's coming up December 7th. It's the quote-unquote Super Bowl, but it's Copa Combate. Again,
yes.
Combate Americas. This is something I think everybody should at least give a chance. Take a look at it. There's multiple ways to see it on Univision here in the U.S., Univision Deportes Network, UDN.
That's shown in English, Emil.
Okay, all right. So, this is something that I know I'll be checking out, Mark. I'm sure you'll be checking it out as well. Because as we know in combat sports, MMA and pro wrestling, it's coming together. There's definitely a relationship there for sure. So we appreciate the time. Alberto El Patron, president of Combate Americas, and again, we're going to see his return to the cage sometime in 2019. Appreciate it, man.
No, thank you so much, amigos. And actually,
thank you for coming on, man.
Before Copa Combates, we have an event in Monterrey, Mexico next week. This is going to be next Saturday. So, amigos, just watch it. I have never met anyone watching combates and not falling in love with the sport, with the company. It's cool. It's exciting. It's just a lot of action. Marky, it was a pleasure to see you. I'm gonna go to Austin next week to pay you a visit. I would love to see your beautiful children, your beautiful wife, and it just and I'll take you and I'll buy you a sandwich and I will force you to eat it.
That's nice. ride in the car for 3 days.
Thank you, my brother. Amigo, thank you so much for having me. And thank you for promoting Combates. And you, amigos out there, watch Combate America, so I'm going to kick your ass.